Hello people, welcome to the Arsenal Art as always. Yeah man, as always, there's always something that happens when I'm setting up the stream. OBS crashing on me, the laptop moving booky, but it is what it is. We are here, we are live. Arsenal are making moves, whether we like them or not, they're making moves. They're making some sort of moves. So yeah, guys, welcome as I said to the Arsenal Art. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And today let me try and be positive, because early on today when I first saw the breaking news that we're going to talk about, I wasn't that positive. I was thinking, this club, I'm waiting for attacking players. Yeah, you're giving me infinite DMs, infinite, goalkeepers. Like, come on, man. This football club sometimes does my head in. But we'll talk about the positives today, and we'll talk about maybe some of the negatives. But you know what? I want to be upbeat today. I want to be happy. I've had a decent day. Let's continue the decent day, in a good mood, talking about Arsenal Football Club. So yeah, as I said, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button as always. If there are any issues in the stream or anything, let me know. Just because, as I said before I came on, this thing was crashing, things were not looking normal, but I think everything looks fine right now. So yeah, any issues, as always, let me know and we'll sort that out as soon as possible. But let's just get straight into the video today. So first of all, guys, as you do know, assuming you know, if you don't know, get to know right now. Arsenal finalising agreement for Brentford's Christian Norgaard. It's been given, I believe that here we go. We'll have a look from Fabrizio and all of these guys after. But this is from David Ornstein, updated at 4:51 p.m. So this was the last update that Ornstein's given us today. He says here, Arsenal are in the process of finalising an agreement with Brentford to sign midfielder Christian Norgaard. Talks are continuing between the North London club and Denmark International over his contract length, with the medical being planned. And the North London club made a bid of 11 million euros for the 31-year-old. And there was confidence at that time that this deal, was going to be struck. I do believe there's been a here we go though from Fabrizio, I'm pretty sure. So we'll have a look at what he has to say on this. But yeah, we'll keep reading on anyway. Arsenal also, big news. Thomas Partey definitely leaving the club now. This hence why obviously Norgaard is coming in. So Norgaard in, Thomas Partey out. So I'm not sure where Partey's going to end up. As I said, I think we talked about it in the last streams. He's been linked to the likes of Barcelona. Who else has he been linked to? I've seen Man United fans calling for Partey. You guys are, I've even seen Liverpool fans. Like, what's this Partey loving, man? What's going on? But anyway, Partey's gone, not our problem anymore. And yeah, Norgaard is coming in. So he says here, Partey obviously be the second midfielder to depart this summer after Jorginho. And obviously Zubimendi coming in as well. So yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, he signed a 2-year deal, Norgaard, which was interesting with Brentford, I believe. He could have gone on a free transfer, could have gone anywhere. But I think he was happy to just continue at Brentford. Obviously, I don't think he expected Arsenal to come in for him and, really do anything for him. So he was happy to just stay at Brentford, probably play another few years there, just call it a day maybe, you know what I mean? Or go somewhere else. But yeah, for the most part, he's been settled in London. He's a player, obviously, with massive Premier League experience now, 192 appearances for Brentford in all competitions, and he scored 13 goals. He's a combative midfielder. He's physical. He's everything that you think of a Brentford midfielder. He is probably the stereotypical Thomas Frank, obviously not there anymore, but Thomas Frank, Brentford, hardworking, but technically decent player as well. So he's not like he's a bad footballer. Look at him. He's a strong guy. You can even see the way he's built. Man will say pause and all of that. I understand, listen, be grown-ups here. But yeah, listen, he's a strong guy. I think he's like 6'1", aerial, set pieces, Premier League experience. Mikel Arteta, this is his bag. This is Mikel Arteta's bag. This is the bag of the Spanish David Moyes. You get me? This is what he wants. So Norgaard in, and listen, for me, I'm not over the moon with the deal. It's one of them ones again. He's coming into Arsenal to just fill a role. He's going to be taking over from Jorginho, doing that, backup role there, helping us out. Maybe because of his added physicality and because of his, his legs, in his ability in the air as well. Maybe we'll see Norgaard playing more games than Jorginho was obviously playing last season. So hopefully in that aspect, he actually does offer us something for, the price that he's coming in for. Zubimendi expected to obviously start week in, week out. And now it's just a case of wait and see what are we getting with our attackers, because it's all fun and games. We can sign the Norgaards, we can sign you know, the Zubamendis, you can sign the Kepas, which we'll talk about as well in a second as well. We can sign all of these sort of guys. Cool. These are just squad players. These are guys who are not really well, apart from Zubamendi. These are guys who are not really raising the level. Even Zubamendi, fair play to him, you'll play the games now because obviously Party's not there, whatever. But I wouldn't say you're a massive level raiser. Yes, you might be an improvement, but you're not a massive level raiser. What the difference for Arsenal is going to be if we can get the striker in, we can get the winger in, and we can do that for real. So yeah, that's what I want to see happen. That's what I want to see the club doing. And yeah, let's continue with this stream because I think there's some more news. Let me just double check actually quickly, guys, on the Norgaard stuff here. I think Fabrizio for sure must have said like, here we go, and all that sort of stuff. So let me just check here. I'm pretty sure I did see something like that, unless I was hallucinating. You never know. I might have been hallucinating. I'm pretty sure I saw Kepa as well. So yeah, here we go. So here we go for sure. All right, so just to get that extra confirmation, even though David Ornstein more than good enough as a source, he says Christian Norgaard to Arsenal. Here we go. Agreement done, club to club after 11 million euros proposal. So it's at 9.39 million poundish. Personal terms agreed. So yeah, that's a done deal. He's coming into Arsenal. Cheap deal, doesn't blow the bank. I'm guessing obviously, you know, the club's happy about that and should in theory free up resources for us to go and get the striker, go and get the winger, go and get these sort of guys. You know what I mean? That's what I want to be seeing. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is an amazing signing, he's going to be doing... No, I'm waiting to see if Arsenal now are going to bring us a striker. Because it's all, as I said, it's all well and good bringing us the squad players. They can do this. Arsenal... they're the kings of doing this. They know how to do the squad players and they know how to do all of this sort of stuff for us, yeah? But what we need to see is Arsenal Football Club going and doing the hard deals. Go and bringing in the Leao. Go in and bring the Gyökeres. Go and bring me these sort of players. Don't come and just bring me the likes of, you know, Norgaard and Kepa and all of these sort of guys. So yeah, might as well even touch on it now. I'm pretty sure Kepa... I think Kepa's a here we go as well today. So I think Kepa is now finally done. Let me just have a look here. Mr. Kepa. I'm pretty sure I saw something to do with him. Let me just double check. Unless I, as I said, hallucinated that one. I feel like someone said Kepa was done. Yeah, Fabrizio did say he was done. See, so today has been a busy day for Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. Even though the signings are not moving me, it is what it is. So Kepa now coming in as well. £5 million backup goalkeeper for David Raya coming in. Again, I don't know what to say. Not a massive fan of Kepa. Like, I'll be real, I don't think he's a great goalkeeper at all. But for £5 million, just to be backup. Hope obviously Raya, you stay fit. That's all it is. Raya, stay fit. Don't let this guy play. Happy days, or he can play the Carabao Cup early on. All of those sort of games. But for the most part, Raya, every game, bro. As always, every game. #1 goalkeeper for a reason. Don't get injured. Just keep going. Kepa is just there. You know what I mean? He's just there. So I don't care about this deal. That's the only way I'm gonna put it. I don't care about this deal. I don't care about Kepa coming in. It is what it is. You guys, I don't know if you guys want to get gassed about Kepa coming in. My guy Beggy here said what's he saying? You think it's a nice deal? Yeah, 2 here he goes in one day. Yeah. We're eating in terms of the here he goes today, but we're not eating in terms of what's actually on the plate. You know, sometimes, you know, you got a meal, but the meal isn't, there's not much there. There's not much there to enjoy. But yeah, Kepa, he's in. I'm not going to speak about him too much. Coming in, backup goalkeeper, sit down, let Raya play, as always. And yeah, Norgaard, same thing with Zubamendi. But obviously Norgaard, midfielder. You'd expect Norgaard to play way more games and have way more of an influence, obviously, in a lot of competitions than obviously Kepa. It's been a backup goalkeeper. But yeah, guys, man, let's move on because now the things are getting interested. We've done the Norgaard, we've done Kepa coming in, you know, we've done Zubamendi coming in. That's all done. Please, DMs. I'm hearing that we want a centre back. Please, we don't even we as a fan base. I'm speaking for the fan base now. We as a fan base don't need another centre back right now as a signing. You can do that after you've signed us a striker and a winger. Please bring us some attackers so I can be, oh yeah, we've got some firepower. Once you get the firepower in, then go and find your 5th choice centre back. Please don't forget the squad. You've done the squad, Arsenal Football Club. You've patched up Jorginho and Partey leaving. You've replaced them quickly. right? You've had the goalkeeper issue in the backup goalkeeper. You've replaced the goalkeeper now. You've done all of the work for the squad depth. Now is the time to bring me attackers. Bring me Gyökeres. Bring me Sesko, who we're going to talk about now. I don't really care which one now. Just please, please just bring me some strikers. Bring me a winger. Bring me a number 10. But today, big hint. I saw two big hints from Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko, big up Ahmed, man, in my chat as always, man. So I was just about to KO, but big up the back-to-back streams. Listen, as I said, the contento is comingo. You know what I mean? The content is coming, man. So yeah, we got the energy, man. We got the energy. So yeah, let's keep it up. As you guys can see here, Instagram, interesting place to be. Benjamin Sesko, following Arsenal for the first time. So he is dropping a little hint there, potentially that he's going to play for the club soon. You know, I think he follows other clubs as well. I think I saw him follow Man City, Real Madrid, ops, but I don't think he was following Arsenal to that point. So obviously now he's gone on Instagram and said, you know what, let me follow Arsenal. And I actually saw something else that was quite interesting as well. So let me get this up on the social media side of things as well about Benjamin Sesko, which points to him potentially signing for us. So here we go. So this is quite interesting as well. So there was this thing I saw today. It said Sesko's barber. This guy called Sensei London. He's done caption here: Benjamin Sesko and friends. Love heart emoji. Football emoji. Is this Slovenia? He's Slovenian, right? Yes, definitely Slovenian. Always a pleasure to have you here, and we hope to have you in London from this winter. And yeah, he's talking about him being in London, and then I think there was more to it as well. Let me just double check. And yeah, little DMs here. Hope to have you in London, question mark. The guy says we hope so, man. As in like playing for Arsenal? Yes, bro. So I don't know how much stock you put in a barber. You know what I mean? How much stock do we put in a barber, guys? Like, I can't lie. You know what? In terms of football, the barber links are good. Barbers are normally quite reliable, I would say. So yeah, for me, hopefully that does happen. Sesko, as I said, I wanted Gyökeres. I want Gyökeres, but I just need something at this point. And this is the stage Arsenal put me in. I just want something. Whether it's Sesko, just give me a striker that I know at least Havertz has a big chance of going on the bench. You know what I mean? That's what I need. That's what I need. Right? I'm not here trying to hype everything because I've seen Arsenal fans today that hyping Norgaard, that hyping Kepa. As always, they always hype whatever we do. There's some fans always hyping everyone. You know what I mean? We don't need to hype everyone, but just bring me some attackers now. Bring me some attackers. So let's have a look here. Breaking news as well from 26 minutes ago on the Sesko front here. Major breaking news apparently from Sami Mokbel. You know, big up Edu Hang, man. He's a funny guy. Major breaking news, and then you read it, it's like, bro, not much has changed, my guy. Not much. Like, this is not major breaking. This is not major breaking news. I just read what it said. Anyway, so if everything went according to plan, Arsenal end up signing Benjamin Sesko. So maybe the only mad breaking news we can say here is that Sesko is the first choice target. But I think we already knew that. I don't think that's breaking news. This Edu guy, man. He seems like a nice guy, but everything gets hyped. I follow him because I think he's funny. I think he's funny the way he hypes every sort of source. But yeah, Sami Mokbel saying Arsenal, if everything goes the way we want, Sesko is going to play for the club. So that means first choice target. That means Gyökeres. Your antics with Sporting, it's peak. It's peak. I don't know. You're gonna end up at Man United, bro. It's one of them ones. You're gonna end up at Man United at this point with Arsenal dilly-dallying and going for Sesko and all of that sort of stuff there. Read this comment here. As long as Kyrgios will not leave as a centre-back, is not what we need to look for. Maybe after... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for me, that's what I'm saying. For me, that's what I think, man. That's what I think. Benjamin is a mad name right now, not gonna lie. Fam, you know what? Yeah, there was a chance I was gonna be called Benjamin, fam. I found out, man. Or Benjamin. Something like that, bro. That was gonna be my name. That's gonna be my name, bro. I've heard this story in the grapevines, but yeah, right now that name is Techie. You know that name is a Techie name, but yeah, Benjamin Sesko. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about something else as well very quickly. As I said, today's stream, I don't think it's going to be too much of a long one, but we're going through things today. Today we are going through things. This is what I wanted to talk about as well. We've been speaking about what winger is Arsenal going to sign. Are we going to sign Rodrigo? Are we going to sign? I don't even know who else we're linked with, man. Rodrigo, that's it. But anyway, the next guy that I wanted, Rafael Leao, man. If you guys can see here on Instagram, wearing the Arsenal legend Thierry Henry. Well, a top of Thierry Henry. And that I can't like that top is wavy still, you know. That top is cold. I think that top is sick. So yeah, Leao, he's there. I don't know if this is a hint, him saying, listen, Arsenal, come and grab me. He's talks about Arsenal in the past as a team that he's enjoyed watching. He's obviously a player that I think that we need in terms of moment of brilliance, individual quality. Listen, there's a lot of people I think doubt Leao a little bit in terms of maybe what he can really do. Like, how good is he really? But I think there's no question. Like, if you look at his, like, when he turns it on, he's up there with the Vinnies. He's up there with the Kvaratskhelia. He is up there, right? It's just a case of consistency. It's a case of playing with good teammates. It's a case of playing at a higher level. Obviously, Milan, no disrespect, one of the greatest clubs in Europe. No doubt about it. So 7 Champions League. I don't know how many Scudettos. Massive, massive football club. But obviously, we know with Serie A, we know with Milan over the past 15-ish years, they've just been going down, 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 down. But you know what? Leao's even won the Scudetto. He's even in these dark times for Milan, Leao's risen. He has risen for that club. So for me, I think why not, man? Go and grab him. It's a deal that Milan would be happy to do in terms of give them decent amount of money. Serie A club. They'll go invest it somewhere else. You know what I mean? They've already sold Reinders. I think Manyan's on the market. I don't know if he's going to leave as well. Theo Hernandez, I think he might leave. I don't know if he's left. I don't even know. Let me check actually. Has Theo Hernandez left Milan? I saw something about him potentially leaving. But anyway, there's a little fire sale going on there. They're cooked. Like, I think next season it's going to be again. Well, I think Juve will come back a bit stronger. Juve, Napoli, obviously favourites again for the league, and Inter. Well, it actually depends. Napoli, Inter, probably the 2 favourites again for the league. So yeah, they are actually selling Theo Hernandez here. Let me just show you guys. So yeah, you can see here Al Hilal set to sign Theo Hernandez on a 4-year deal for 25 million euros. So he's going out to the Saudi league. They're losing all of their players essentially. Well, they're big name players, obviously. And I think there's an opportunity there. If you want Leao, we can go and do that. We can go and grab him. We can go and grab a Leao. Milan are there. They're not a club like it's a massive club, as I said, but the last 15 years, man, it's been a mad thing for them. It's been mad. They have been down bad. You know what I mean? In terms of the potential price for Leao, I've seen loads of different rumors, man. I've seen 100 million euros for Leao, which I don't think they're gonna get. I've seen 60 million, which sounds more realistic now. Even the likes, I think Bayern, they've been talking about maybe 60 million euros. But Milan, you know, the Italian media, they'll always say 100 million euros. I don't think Leao is going to cost 100 million. I think Leao are more likely to cost about maybe 70 million euros. I think that's a good price for Leao at his age, with the league he's coming from, the slight question marks people have about him. I think 70 million gets a job done. And I think that's a better deal, to be honest, probably than getting a Rodrigo, who will cost like over 85 million plus 300k in wages. Like, I don't know. I'd rather go and grab Leao, 6'2", you know, athletic, quality, left foot, right foot, assists, goals. For me, Leao fits the archetype of a winger who can bang in the Premier League. Rodrigo, not so much. Not so much of a 1v1 demon. You know, he's very good in the half spaces. He's got a brilliant curling shot. He's got brilliant close control. Like, Rodrigo's got so much about his game, which is great. But I think the way Arsenal play football, Leao is the one that I think that we need. I think Leao, as I said, the stature of the guy, the way he carries the ball, he just screams. Like, you have him there, then you bring on a Martinelli here and there. I think we've got a good rotation going on there. You got two wingers who put the right back on the back foot. But with Rodrigo, he would offer us something different, but he'd be more like a bougie Trossard. That's probably be what honestly. That's probably what Rodrigo would be. Bougie Trossard, right? And that's not even a disrespect. Trossard is not a terrible player. He's good on his day. Trossard is either Trossard or Drossard. That's what I like to say. Trossard is either 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. I don't understand that guy sometimes. He looks like the best player one day, next day he's looking suspicious. But I think Leao, man. I think Leao is the one that we need to get. So let me just read some of your comments here. Mr. Guna here saying, not a fan of Norgaard. Yeah, listen, back up Jorginho. I like that, some fans are being honest. Like, there's Arsenal fans today who will be gassing up Norgaard when really and truly, in any window, we've never sat here during a transfer window saying, let's sign Norgaard. Do you know what I mean? But listen, he comes in, replacing Jorginho, offers more physicality, still decent on the ball, helps out the team. Him and Zubamendi can do something there, fair enough. But we as fans, as I said, I think we all just want to see the striker come in. We all want to see the winger come in and do all of that. Mr. Guna also saying here, bro, we are signing Sesko, not Gyökeres. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it, man. It looks like we're signing Sesko, not Gyökeres. And yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is what it is. At this point, I'm happy. Like, if you bring me Sesko and I know he's coming for sure, I'm not gonna complain, and then I'm just gonna move on to my Leao agenda. Just bring Leao, Sesko, no problem. Leao, Gyökeres, no problem. Just get me the winger, get me the striker. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to go next season and be having Havertz up front, Marino as the... right now, Marino's a backup. Gabriel Jesus, he's an idea right now. He exists somewhere, but he's not a player that we can rely on. Jesus is a great player when he's fully fit and he's firing, but with this fully fit Jesus, that might have been when we first signed him. I think he might be cooked. So yeah, we need the winger. We need an attacking midfielder, which the more I'm looking at the situation, I really doubt Arsenal get the attacking midfielder. We're more likely right now to sign Sesko and then a centre-back. That is the way it's looking right now. If I'm being honest. If I'm being honest with the way I'm reading things and the way I'm seeing Arsenal move, that's the situation right now for us, man. But yeah, let me show you guys this. I saw something quite interesting today. Last thing, I think, on Norgaard, going back to Norgaard. So I saw this from Sami Mokbel. And I was like, bro, is this Arteta guy, is he okay? Or anyway, so Arsenal here, obviously, we were looking at Lucien Ngome. Hopefully that's pronounced his name right, of Sevilla. Right, but I just think it goes to sum up Arsenal a little bit right now, the way Arteta has been moving. And it's like Norgaard's coming in, experienced player, cheap deal. Obviously he's going to come in straight away, no nonsense. But Arteta seems sometimes scared when he makes signings. I don't know how to describe it. He wants, even if they're average, if he knows they're like a 6 out of 10, right, he's going for them over the player who potentially could be 8, 9 out of 10. But right now, maybe he's a 5 and a 4.5. You got to mold him a little bit. So Arteta is in that situation. I just found it interesting. Like, you've got a young, up-and-coming player on the market, potentially go and get him in, but instead you go straight away to the experienced player, Premier League proven, all of that, jazz words. And that's what Arteta has been going for. And it makes me think, like, if we have this attitude for Norgaard, right, why don't we have this attitude for the striker? Why is it so much Sesko when Gyökeres is on the market, right? And Ollie Watkins is available. Like, if Arsenal really want Premier League proven, no nonsense, comes in tomorrow, scores at least 15 goals, Ollie Watkins is going to do that for us, right? I'm not saying go get Ollie Watkins, but I'm just saying, if you want the Premier League proven, no disturbances, he comes in right now, Ollie Watkins is there and he's ready. He's ready to come in today, right? Sesko, Gyökeres, Premier League proven, Watkins. Where are the Watkins links? We obviously linked to him in January, but we've not been linked to him again. So it just makes me think, like, maybe maybe these guys really, really do rate Sesko like he's a next Erling Hot. It is making me think because there were some people who were saying Arsenal think Sesko is going to be the best striker in the world. I don't know if they're gassing it. I don't know if they're gassing it. Like Sesko's good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not. Maybe in 3-4 years, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We need to see him come to Arsenal and really develop. And there's still question marks. That's making me think this Premier League proven thing seems to be happening happening all over the pitch, apart from the striking position, apart from the wing positions. Like Mbeumo's on the market, we're not even making a move. Premier League proven. Why aren't we in for Mbeumo? You know, there's players who are Premier League proven who can come in. Kudus, Premier League proven. But all of a sudden, when it gets to the attack, they start changing the way they buy players. So I don't understand, because I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not sitting here complaining, saying that we're signing Premier League proven players. I think that's fine. If that's what we want to do, you want Norgaard over these, you know, players playing in other leagues and maybe they're a bit younger, they've got less experience. No problemo. No problemo, right? But if you're going to do the Premier League proven gimmick, why don't you do it all over the pitch? You're doing it for the midfielders, you're doing it for the defenders. You know, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this for the attacking positions? That's what I wonder. And I'm not saying do that, right? But at the end of the day, if we had a guarantee of a striker like a Watkins coming in, who's going to score about 15 to 18 goals, maybe even more in our system, might even score 20 plus, you never know, right? And Mbeumo coming in, who scored 20 goals in the league last season, that's good. And Eze, who's killing it at Palace, Premier League proven. Why don't we just continue that theme? And I'm not saying do it, but it just makes you think. It just makes you think a little bit, man. But yeah, guys, let me have a look at some more of your comments here. For 60, 70 million, I think it's a new deal. It's a nice deal. And I don't see us getting a new... Yeah, I don't see us getting... I doubt we get an Eze or something like that right now, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, let me have a look very quickly, man, if there's anything else that I've missed in terms of Arsenal. But we've touched on it. As I said, it's not going to be the longest stream today. It's going to be an in and out kind of thing. We've done quite a bit for the time we've had today. But yeah, let me just have a look quickly just before, just in case I missed anything. We've talked about Party leaving. I don't know if this is true. Okay, this is the last thing we're going to talk about. See, always... We're in that situation with Arsenal. It's conflicting information. Dimarzio here says, Dimarzio used to be the #1 source, by the way. He used to be Fabrizio before Fabrizio. He used to be going machine for machine with Ornstein. He says here, Arsenal will sign Victor Gyökeres because he wants to join Arsenal. Other clubs have tried to enter the race, but he'll go to Arsenal. He was their first target from the start, and now they had to find an agreement with Sporting. The reason why I'm getting confused, right, is because Juventus want Gyökeres, right? Juventus are saying Arsenal have taken Gyökeres, so they're not making a move for him right now. But then on the other hand, you have all of the English media obviously saying that we're going for Sesko. So I'm more inclined to believe the English media, and I'm inclined to believe that, yeah, Gyökeres is an option on the table for Arsenal. He wants to come to Arsenal, but Arsenal are thinking we would rather put the money to Sesko. But it's, I don't know, maybe Dimarzio knows something. I said he used to be a top tier 1 source. I'm not discrediting him. I'm not saying he's a bad source. He used to be top. And Juventus seem to believe that Gyökeres is going to Arsenal. Obviously, if we end up signing Sesko, I think the situation will change, and Juventus will find themselves maybe in the race again for Gyökeres. It'll be between them, maybe in United. And I don't really see anyone else, to be honest, now coming in for someone like Gyökeres. I don't think many teams maybe have a need for him like these 3 teams that I've mentioned, right? So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. For me, my first choice, I did want Gyökeres. I think he scored, 50 goals or something. Like, I don't even know how many stupid amount of goals he scored. Or Chuba Akpom as well, saying, listen, Gyökeres. I was like, you know what, I agree with you, bro. The former Arsenal player. So it just makes you think. It just makes you think a little bit in terms of these conflicting rumours that we are getting and all of this sort of stuff. But let me just read this here. Why the defence of all of them have come from clubs? Yeah, to be fair, our defence, to be fair, if you look at it, Saliba was already at the club before Arteta came. Timber. To be fair, Timber, we knew he was a baller. From Ajax, we knew Timber was cold. Calafiori, star boy of the Euros. Everyone wanted Calafiori. Who else have we signed? Kiwior. These signers like Kiwior, Tomiyasu, I feel like these ones are just like, listen, they'll just come in and do a job. Let's see how it goes. But Gabriel, Saliba, Gabriel obviously coming from Lille. To be fair, yeah, we have done good scouting for our defense. We've done good scouting. Obviously, Ben White is probably the big one from Brighton. We spent the big money, £50 million to bring him in. But yeah, Arteta seems to love the Premier League proven. Like if you look at Rice, if you look at obviously Norgaard now coming in, you look at the likes of Jorginho when he came in, you look at some of the loans as well, Havertz. You look at when he goes to Chelsea's dustbin, he's bringing them in Premier League proven. They played for Chelsea. Maybe they can come and help us a little bit. You know, he seems to like the Premier League proven thing. So I just wonder why there is a preference towards Premier League proven, right? Why aren't we linked to? I just wonder why are we not linked to Watkins? It's just a thought in my head. I'm not saying sign Watkins. I'm saying sign Eze. I'm saying sign Eze. But we're not linked to Eze the way we're linked to some other players. We're linked to Rodrigo, right? Okay, Rodrigo might be playing for Real Madrid, but real talk is Rodrigo better than Eze? I don't. Obviously, they play. Eze can play on the left wing. He can play number 10, but so can Rodrigo. I prefer Eze. I'm not even gonna. I prefer Eze to Rodrigo. That's just my opinion, right? And people might say, "Oh, what do you mean? He plays for Real Madrid. He plays for Palace." I prefer Eze, but we're not really linked to Eze. We're not linked to the Watkins. We're not linked to the Mbeumus. But we want these Premier League proven players in other positions. I don't know. It just makes me think. So it's so confusing. We need clarity as a fan base. Who are we signing up front? Is it Sesko? Is it Gyökeres? Or are we going to do the Watkins? I'm bringing that up. Are we going to do the Watkins last minute? Bring him in. Do you know what I mean, man? So here's what it is. Olatona here saying, is the Rafael Leao link anything to go by? There has been a link to Leao in the past. I think it was like a few weeks ago. I saw a decent source talking about how Andrea Berta has had some sort of discussions about potentially signing Leao, but he's not an option high on the list, right? The reason we talked about Leao today, he was wearing on Retop, and we were like, you know what is he hinting at here? Because he put it on his Instagram story. Obviously, Henry's a legend, but he's wearing... Leao knows what he's doing. It's a transfer window. Yeah, let's not lie here. Leao knows what he's doing, strategically putting that out when it's a transfer window. So because of what Leao did on Instagram, that's why we're like, listen, there were some little rumours here and there for Leao for the last few years. There's been some rumours in the last few weeks. Leao puts that picture. We need a winger. He's there. He fits the profile. I think way better than like a Rodrigo or something like that. So for me, why not? Why not get Leao in? So we're just in that situation, guys. We're just in that situation, waiting to see what Arsenal Football Club are really going to do. Is it going to be Leao? Is it going to be Rodrigo? Are we going to get an Eze? Are we going to get a Xavi Simons? Are we going to get a Morgan Rogers? Are we getting Sesko? Are we getting Gyökeres? Or are we going to go and somehow get a Watkins maybe instead? Out of all of these names, Watkins has not been mentioned for a long time. Is he going to just come in all of a sudden? And Mbeumo on the market looks like now he's going to Man United. Looked like he was going to Tottenham. Why are we not in for Mbeumo? If we're doing the Premier League proven thing, we just signed Norgaard. Why don't we go for Mbeumo? He can help us out on the wing. He can help us out up front. Why are we not in for him? I don't understand. So Kudus, another player. Like there's players in the league who are playing right now that we're not linked to. Whether it's money, is it just making me think dilly-dallying, Gyökeres, like I don't know, it's suspicious. All I'm gonna say, Arsenal are moving very, very suspicious. But I think I think by preseason, by preseason, I think it's July 19th, something like that. We start our proper preseason. By July 19th, if I don't see a striker coming in, alarm bells are now ringing in my head. Alarm bells are ringing. Minimum, we have to start with the striker as well. And then from there, move to the winger, move to the number 10. This needs to happen, guys. I don't want to finish second again, man. I'm tired. I want to win the Premier League, bro. I want to win the league. I want to win the Champions League. I don't want semi-final. I want to win it. I want to win the Champions League. I want to win the Premier League. We're not far away. We just need the players. We need the players, and we need Arteta, to fix up. That's what it is. Arteta fix up, get the players, and we move. We move. Come on, man. I saw something yesterday as well from Josh Kroenke, man. He's talking about one of his franchises in America, the Denver Nuggets. He's talking about selling the best player or trading the best player, they say. And I'm like, unprovoked as well. I'm just like, bro, even the mentality from the top is a bit, even though I know it's a different sport, I know it's basketball, but when you see Josh Kroenke making that sort of comment out of nowhere, saying, I think it's Jokic, he's saying, if we get a few more injuries, if we get injured, we might have to trade a Jokic, man. Yeah, that's his name, by the way, Jokic. We're gonna have to just trade him, man. I'm like, what do you mean? Imagine Josh Kroenke saying, "Let's we got a few more injuries, man. We're gonna have to sell Saka, man. We have to sell Saka." That's not what I want to see. I want to see the energy from the top in all the organizations. We want to win, yeah. Unless he's been enough basketball and you're concentrating on Arsenal, yeah. Been off basketball, concentrate on Arsenal, and no problem there. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I think the next 2-3 weeks we will know what's happening with the club. We'll know what striker we're gonna sign. We'll know if we're gonna get a winger potentially. Not Madueke. Oh my god. You know what? I'll be in a decent move today. I don't want to be talking about potentially signing Madueke on deadline day and those sort of things. Positivity only. Positivity only. But anyway, guys, man, I think I'll leave it here for today. Make sure, as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The channel is growing. As always, we're coming with the content. Norgaard has signed for Arsenal. Whippy. Kepa has signed. Whippy. Now we're just waiting to see the striker that's going to come in, the winger that's going to come in, at the number 10. Let's be greedy, people. We need these players, man. We need these players. But make sure, as always, I said, hit the like and subscribe button. Take care. Have a good evening and peace.